New Globlintown, a bustling, busy city where the sun rarely shines and people purposefully drive their cars into puddles as you walk down the street. Whether you're heading to Hot Shots to get a cup of coffee, having some all-day breakfast at Spoonful after a night out at the Black Cat nightclub, a place I didn't tell you all about, or having a picnic under the overcast sky at the Botanic Gardens, this is your city. Everything you could ever want and need in a city is here. If the deli sisters are too busy fighting over who gets to slice the freshly baked bread, you know you can take the trolley or a taxi over to Upbeat Grocery for some good quality foods. The owner is always happy to see city people shopping at her store, as most of her returning customers are residents of Minty Village. You could even practice your rights as a citizen and complain to the local council about things you're annoyed by at City Hall once a month. But even if you someday decided to move away to the incredibly normal, vanilla and pleasant suburbs of Minty Village, you'd probably still call this busy, somewhat grimy, gloomy city your home. And this brings us to our players and what they're all up to today. So we are going to start with Lolly, who is currently at the New Globlintown Library prepping for the next Paranormal Pals meeting in the recreation room before she meets with Teresa. So I would love to know, how are you looking today before your meeting, and what would you be doing before you meet with Teresa?
Lolly's always in a dress. You know, it's every day's a special occasion. There are tables and coffee. It's hot, it's sweet, it's ready. Some donuts, chairs are set up. You know, maybe some books that people might be interested in taking out, and of course some fresh library card applications for any new visitors.
That would be great. Well, would you also be maybe handing anything off to anyone that works with you? Since it is like a work day, so maybe...
It's a work day, but people tend to shy away from the Paranormal Pals meeting,
right.
So it's usually Lolly's responsibility.
Okay. And that is absolutely fine. This is your thing, and you share this with Poppy, who is hanging out, having a cute time as well. But it seems like you have everything covered and you're about to head out. So that sounds cute. And that will bring us over to Alexander Piccadilly Line. And he's up very early this morning for some reason. This month's zoning meeting is happening right now, and a woman is talking about fences. What would he be doing about all of this?
Definitely chuckling to myself as she filled out the 24/7-9 forms instead of the -3.
Oh, that
silly
poor lady.
mistake, little girl.
Big mistake. Big mistake.
Huge.
What is he wearing today? I would love to know how you would dress up to go to zoning meetings.
Well, I always seem to wear my work clothes as they are the most comfortable to me. A nice 90% wool suit, a tie, of which Alexander Piccadilly Line doesn't actually know how to tie. But he won't let you know that. This is a fashion statement.
Oh, exactly. Okay. So, would Alexander ever maybe get up to ask any questions, or is this simply an observational thing that he does?
Besides the scoff from the audience as other people speak up as they're getting things wrong, I typically whisper to the person on my right-hand side, even though we arrived separately, about my ideas in the future of the town.
Okay. What are some of those ideas, if you have any, that come out at the top of your head?
Well, I would love a new parking garage right next to Minty Village.
Oh, I don't know if that would make the citizens of Minty Village happy with their pretty perfect little town, but that's interesting.
Cars are the future.
Cars are the future. And you have one, don't you?
And I have one, the jelly bug.
The jelly bug. What does the jelly bug look like?
Well, it's seen some tough years. To describe it, I honestly don't know what kind of car it is, but it looks like the villain, the penguin, would drive it.
Oh.
But as I'm not a good driver, it's gotten some dents over the years.
Okay.
I don't know how to park. That's why I would like a bigger parking lot.
Okay, perfect. So while this lady is finishing talking about fences and how they're not even, let's get over to Rig, who is making a quick stop at work at Pride and Pottery, taking last night's pot out of its kiln. What does it look like? And what do you do in preparation to meet with Teresa?
Before I meet with Teresa, I open the kiln and I look in the kiln and it has completely shattered. The pot did not survive the night.
No!
And, yeah. He doesn't know what to do. This pot was for a client. Maybe he grabs something off the shelf and prepares that instead, hoping they don't notice.
Right. Well, Angelo is actually helping a customer and he's looking over. Angelo is also somebody that works with you and you've come pretty close over the last couple of weeks. He's looking over at you and he's like, what happened? Like, he's giving you eyes like, what happened to that pot?
You know what? I don't know. Sometimes these things just happen. That's just life. And, yeah. I'm not about problems. I'm about solutions, and my solution is to hide it.
So where would Rig hide one of these broken pots? I'm assuming there's been many.
Well, as long as Angelo doesn't snitch, I would probably just quickly make my way to the dumpster, hoping the boss man doesn't see.
Okay. So I don't think he noticed. I think you're okay. So what is Rig wearing today in preparation? Well, not in preparation, but before he goes and meets Teresa.
He's just wearing a simple white t-shirt. He's wearing a pendant that he got from a friend. And he's wearing a huge overcoat. Just simple.
Simple. Easy enough to hide lots of peppermints?
Yes.
So, for people who don't know, when was the last time you, I guess, found some peppermints, and who helped you?
The last time I found some peppermints was with, with Alexander. I like the word found. Let's just keep it at found.
Okay, perfect. Gotcha. I will not pry anymore. I am terrified. So, let's head over to Penelope, who is sitting at Hot Shots, reading this week's new tabloid, making sure the owner of Hot Shots doesn't see that she's taking out a flask and adding a little something into her drink. What? Well, how does Penelope feel this morning, and what is she wearing?
Feeling particularly tired on this day because she had a late night shift the night before.
That sounds... yeah. Where does she work?
She works at Spoonful, the diner. Where you can get all day breakfast.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I can imagine that working at a late shift at a diner with a bunch of drunk people, I'm assuming they're drunk, could be very tiring. So,
Yeah.
Have I asked what she's wearing yet? Because I would like to know.
Oh. Well, since it's probably her day, it's her day off, so she's just trying to keep it casual. You know, she has light makeup done, you know, her nails done, her hair done, you know, just a regular normal day off. Dressed.
A normal day off for an amazing, well-renowned actress who's just decided to sort of leave it all behind. And, you know, I can imagine that you just want to get on with things, wouldn't you? Just sort of...
Just a simple life.
Yeah, simple life, simple makeup.
Keep it simple.
Having some spiked coffee. Makes sense to me.
I don't know where you got that information.
I get mine from really cool sources like Bleelem.
What?
C.
No! Not them!
Don't worry, they're nowhere around. You are completely safe
Good.
here.
Right.
But I noticed that there's a headline on this tabloid, and it says, "A dalliance at the Black Cat nightclub."
A dalliance?
Would you like to read further?
Yes, of course.
So, on this tabloid, you're reading through it, and it just sort of says something about a beautiful woman getting a little too close to some of the people at the Black Cat nightclub. A journalist has been following her around, and it seems as though she left with not only one, but 3 people that night. Interesting.
Scandalous.
And before everyone heads over to Teresa's, let's go back to this zoning meeting. It's towards the end, and I don't know if Alexander remembers, but there's this guy that's been eyeing him over the last couple of months.
I remember.
He's getting up, packing up as he leaves, but he looks a little bit different to when you saw him last. He is a little bit, he looks tired. He looks, his clothes are a little bit worn. He is normally pristine, and you recognize him obviously because he's been eyeing you over the last couple of months. But his wool and gray overcoat just looks really different, and his jawline is a little bit more tense than it normally is, and his brows are a little bit more furrowed than they usually are. And he's just sort of trying to get out, but he bumps shoulders with you, and he drops his pamphlet for today, and he just sort of goes, "I'm sorry."
Don't be. I'll get it. Can I read what's on the pamphlet as I pick it up?
Yeah, go ahead. What does it say?
Oh. Book returns due.
I have some overdue library books. It's really embarrassing. I've been having a weird, rough couple of weeks, and yeah, anyway, thank you.
Well, what's going on? Maybe we can go to the library together to return them.
Oh, well, the commute into town is a little bit weird, and I live in Minty Village, and it's a long commute, and my siblings are just really frustrating, and yeah, I don't really enjoy their presence right now, and I mean, look at me, I'm just sort of disheveled, and I'm not feeling like myself today.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
That's true. And he notices that you're paying extra close attention to him, and he smiles back at you, and he's just like, "What's your name?"
My name is Alexander Piccadilly Line, but you can call me Alexander Piccadilly Line.
Porkson, you're frozen? You're frozen? Did you see this?
It was too much.
It was too
there
much.
you go.
Here, I'm back. Okay, we'll put you back. Okay. Alexander Piccadilly Line. That's a really nice name.
Piccadilly line came from my father.
Oh, where else would it come from?
You're so funny. You're so funny.
I know. So, it would be nice to see you again sometime. And he smiles,
when are you
and when he
free?
smiles, he's got this like big, charming smile, and he just like seems to draw you in. And yeah, I mean, you already asked him when he's free, and so he says, "Well, I've got some things to take care of tonight, but maybe I can see you tomorrow."
I think I can pencil you in.
Okay. Well, here's my number. You can reach me. This is my home number. Because we don't have cell phones. And it was nice meeting you, Alexander. I hope to
Fancy seeing you.
look
I'll see
forward
you
to
tomorrow.
seeing you tomorrow. And he leaves. So everyone's sort of prepped and ready to go. So you all make your way across the city, and you are outside of the new Globlintown city chambers. And it's this giant building that that holds a lot of different offices in, and this is where Teresa has her office. So take it away. You're all hanging out, having a good time in front of this door. So do it. Meeting up.
Hey guys.
Oh my gosh.
See you all again and all here together? What? Wait. We're all here together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Ray,
I
nice to
wasn't-
see you.
I wasn't aware that this was going to be a group meeting, but, you know, it's a happy occasion anyway. So, shall we head on in?
Absolutely. You first, Rig.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go first.
I guess you will.
Okay.
Lolly will follow close behind.
Okay. What would Penelope be doing? Just walking in, I'm assuming.
Yep, I'll walk in.
Okay, perfect. So you all sort of walk in, and you're walking up to the second floor of Central Chambers. As you come up to the door, there's a frosted glass window, and you see Teresa Rodriguez's name stenciled on the glass, and it says 24B. Teresa Rodriguez, Detective Agency for Minor Inconveniences. And when you walk into her office, because the door is open, the first thing you notice is her desk is made of dark, rich mahogany. Her floor is made up of black, glossy marble tiles. The veins of the glossy marble tiles almost look as though it's pieces of shattered glass. Her walls have uplights dotted around and have built-in mahogany bookshelves, which are full of trinkets, books, various pictures of her cats. Her windows stretch from floor to ceiling, and gorgeous emerald green velour curtains are draped and tied at either side. She also has a small meeting table with comfortable emerald green armchairs, and behind a couple of the tables is a small bar with crystal glasses and crystal decanters full of whiskey. So, when you...
Would we have been here before?
Yes. So you've
Okay.
all worked with Teresa before, and she's recently sort of just become overwhelmed with a lot of the work that all of this sort of supernatural things have been going on, and you all have just been a good help to her for a while now. I'm just moving stuff around. Bear with me, please.
Sure.
So when you walk in, you look at this amazing office. you see a short, tubby woman. She's brown, she's dressed well. She usually has a navy blue trench coat, and it clings to her curves and it flows outwards at the bottom. And when you look at her, you know that she's smart, and you know that she's rich, and she's also in charge. And she, usually when you see her, she's very like on her game, but she seems tired and disinterested, and she half the time doesn't want to deal with people, but today she just seems sort of, I don't know, more exhausted, more tired, more disinterested than normal. So what would you like to do? What would you normally do when you enter her office?
Lolly would fix herself a drink immediately,
Okay.
and then go to each photo of the cats and blow them a kiss, and then sit down.
Okay. What would everyone else be up to?
Penelope likes to stroke the furniture because it's so elegant and luxurious and glamorous, and just kind of throws herself over the couch. And
Love that.
like it reminds her of a particular time in her life. Reminisce.
That is, I mean, I would too. I mean, but I'm also Teresa, so she definitely does that. Okay, what would Alexander or Rig be doing?
I think Rig would just stand by the doorway, just waiting for a new job.
Okay,
All
so
business here.
Rig wouldn't get comfortable. Rig would just sort of be like, I'm here.
Yeah.
What do you need? Okay. Alexander? Are you muted?
I think you're muted.
Oops, sorry.
Okay.
I would be at the curtains, just feeling the fabric and wondering how much she paid for them. And then I would also have a glass of whiskey as well,
Ooh, nice.
poured to the top with extra ice.
So a crystal glass this big would have ice and whiskey to the brim. So you might be a little bit drunk during this next mission, perhaps. I guess we'll see what happens. So once everyone's ready to go, once everyone's seated, once Penelope's done stroking the furniture and Alexander has finished downing his wonderful glass of expensive whiskey. Expensive whiskey, just drank down in one shot.
With extra ice.
With extra ice. And Rig is still standing there, and Teresa would never ask you to sit because she knows that you are definitely all business. She doesn't need to worry about that with you. So you're all sitting there. Teresa sort of walks up to you. She's very confident, tired but confident. Thank you all for coming today. I've received word from the police that there have been reports of bear attacks. Why in the middle of the city, I'll never know. Who knows why bears are here? But you know what cops can be like. They haven't seen any bears themselves, and every trail has been cold. And that's why they've come to me to solve this case for them, isn't it? But if I'm being completely honest, I already have too much on my plate, and there were only so many hours in a day, so I'm looking to every one of you to solve this case for me. If you do, you'll be paid. You haven't let me down before, so I'm not worried. But let me remind you that if any innocent parties are harmed by your hand or anyone else's, you will be solely responsible. So, don't make me look bad. Find out what's happening, and if you have to kill anything that isn't a bear, please do so discreetly. If it isn't bears, then we'll need to do what we can to make it look like it is. If you find that you don't have the tools or supplies to take care of whatever it is, you're welcome to come back and peruse my armory.
Is there any more information that you can provide us, like location or time of day, anything like that?
I really don't have much. This is what they've given me, and I'm just leaving it all to
Okay.
you to check wherever. See the places, maybe go somewhere you're familiar with. Just take care of it, please.
Can I peruse the armory right now?
You could. So she takes you to another little curtained area, and she pulls the curtains, and you see a few things. Like, it's not like a big place, but she's got enough stuff. She's got things to kill, I don't know, werewolves and what are other supernatural things that I can't think of other than werewolves. And I mean, do you see anything that you like?
I don't know.
Maybe anything.
Is there anything like for melee, like something I can conceal so it doesn't look suspicious?
Well, you have your weapons. So if
Right.
you have anything on you later on, no, if you don't have the things that you think you need later on, then you can come back if you want to. But I think you'll be okay. Maybe.
Okay. I'll just take inventory and keep this in.
Okay, perfect. Would anyone else like to pick something out or have a look? I don't think you will need anything at the
Lolly always
moment.
has what she needs.
Okay.
I will not pick out a weapon.
Okay, so you all can either split up. You can go to places together. It's up to you. I'll leave that to you.
Do we have a general idea of where the attacks happen?
They have been all over. She should have told you that there might have been some stuff going on. Should she have told you? No. I think some of you might have an idea of where to start based on your story hooks, but you can check places like well, really anywhere on the list of places I gave you. So that could be Hot Shots, Spoonful, Deli Sisters, Upbeat Grocery. There's also the old Razzle Dazzle, which is a movie theater, but that is what Chelsea named for Penelope, because that is where Alexander and Penelope went to watch a movie together. There's Pride and Pottery, Botanic Gardens, but maybe if any of you remember what's in your story hooks, there might be some information in there that could be helpful, but if not, you can try anywhere.
I think I'll be headed back to Pride and Pottery. If anyone wants to come. I know one of my coworkers has an issue, and maybe this might be related.
Yeah, if you had a lead, Lolly would follow.
However, we'll be going to Deli Sisters. Because what does the bear want to do? Eat. And the Deli Sisters has the meats.
Okay.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Well, I have it in the back of my mind. I didn't really want to go to work on my day off, but something in particular happened the previous night, where I heard some strange noises in the dumpsters, and I should probably go check on that. And if anyone wants to come, there's breakfast all day at the Spoonful Diner. And
Changed my
milkshakes.
mind. I'm going with Penelope.
So would you like to go in two groups? Maybe Rig and Lolly go to Pride and Pottery, and Penelope and Alexander go to Spoonful?
I have a question. Will this breakfast be free?
Yes.
Oh.
Complimentary.
Oh. Maybe we'll have breakfast first. And then
Sounds
we can, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so are you all heading over to...
To Spoonful.
Okay, you're all going to Spoonful.
Yes.
La 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 la. This is like you moving on to Spoonful music.
Succulent,
La 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 la. If I could find Spoonful, I'm on the wrong page. La la la. La la la. Okay. So when you head to Spoonful, it is this really, like, it's one of those, what they would call a lunch car. It looks like, like a trolley car, and it backs onto one of the buildings, and when you go inside, it's known for how it looks as well as its good food. Like, to the left of it, there's this like really cute counter, and it's pink, and there's booths to the right lining the whole wall, and it's also pink, and just basically everything tastes delicious. And when you go in, you smell like burgers and fries and all day breakfast, and there's like nice pancakes, just like, well, all the savory stuff you can think of, on top of milkshakes, coffee, that sort of thing. And it's, you go in and you see this woman who is short and tubby, and she has rosy cheeks, and she's wearing her uniform, and her uniform is very much like it's like those pink dresses with like a white collar and like puffy sleeves. And Penelope would know this because this is her uniform, and she's got to wear a pink bow in her hair every day. But the woman you see also has pink hair, and she's like got this like really bounce, like think Frenchie from Greece. And she like walks up and she's like, "Hi everyone, nice to see you. How can I help you? Oh my goodness, Penelope, you're here."
Oh, hi, sugar. And we do like a little like cheek to cheek kiss.
Oh,
and
you're such a
like,
good girl. Oh, I love you so much.
I love you so much, sugar. So
Oh,
sweet.
well, what are you doing here?
Oh, just having a little meal with my friends here. I'll just take my regular booth, my favorite booth.
Okay, where is
in
your
the
favorite
corner.
booth? Oh,
It's in the corner. The front corner though, so we get a good view
oh,
of the town.
perfect,
outside.
perfect. Oh, okay. So, here you go. What would you all like to have?
Coffee.
Would you like the large coffee?
Large bowl
Okay.
coffee.
Okay, a large coffee. A bowl. I'll just bring you a bowl. At this point, I know you want a bowl. Okay.
My usual.
And hello, who are the rest of you? Oh, Rig, you're here.
Yeah.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
You're only here when you want something.
And I'm here because Penelope's buying breakfast.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I'll take a burger,
Okay.
cheeseburger, fries, large fries,
Okay.
milkshake, a stack of pancakes. She's still paying for this, right? Just to make sure.
Oh,
Go
Penelope,
on.
I don't know if I pay you enough, but okay.
Okay. And a cup of tea. That'll be it.
Oh, a cup. Okay. So you want everything on the menu and a cup of tea.
Yes.
You got it. All right, miss. Oh, I love your glasses.
I love
you.
your hair and your whole outfit, and
Oh,
it's so
thank
cute.
you
And
so
uh,
much.
yeah,
Thank
you look
you.
wonderful. I'll have a stack of pancakes, please, and I will also have a bowl of coffee.
A bowl of... Oh, I should really get more bowls for coffee. I really should. Anyway, I will get that for you. And you, sir, the tall boy with the tie.
Also the glasses. Any compliments? All right. I'll have 3 eggs over medium, please. I do want a side of hash browns with cheddar cheese on top, and some Canadian bacon on the side. You could say I'm almost so
dear,
hungry.
this is New Globlintown. We do it all, but we don't import our stuff from Canada, unfortunately. But you know what? I'll see if I can make some stuff up in the back.
All right. And you could say I'm so hungry I could eat like a bear.
Oh, I love when people eat like a bear. It makes so much money.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like anything to drink, or are you just gonna, shove them down your gullet?
I'll have an ashtray, please.
And, okay, an ash, like, for cigarettes, or...
Thank you.
Okay. She gives you a look that's like, who does he think he is? And she crosses some of the things off that you wanted. And her reputation's so good she doesn't care if you're annoyed with her at the end and start talking crap, because no one will believe you because everyone loves her. So she goes back and makes everything. Is there anything you would like to discuss while she's cooking?
Yes, Lolly would love to know more about the dumpster. Please tell me everything.
Well, normally on my late night shifts, I take out the trash. It's a troubling task, really. It's something I don't like to do, but I'm trying to get into the simple state of mind. So I gotta think that like the regular folk, and I gotta take out the trash, I guess. I was lugging at the trash, and I'm used to rodents skittering around, or a snake maybe, but this thing I didn't quite make out. Nothing came out, and I was just hearing noises, and I was kind of getting a thirst, so I made my way back inside to get another coffee or two. What was the question?
Was it
About the dumpster.
Was it like a loud noise? Did it sound like a person, or?
Well, it was just a noise. It was just something I'd never heard before, because I'm used to the skunks and just the critters at night, but
Yeah.
nothing came out, and it was so dark out that I couldn't make out what came out.
Well, while you're discussing this, Sugar has decided that she can carry every single thing that you've ordered. And she's kind of fumbling, and she's mumbling to herself, "Oh, that girl didn't show up today, and it's always just me that I'm..." But she's trying to keep a smile on her face. And while she's walking over, she's mumbling to herself, "I can't believe this. It's always me, but you know what? That girl just up the next time I see her." And then she gives you all your food. Places
Thank
it
you
all.
so much. It looks delicious.
Thank you. I know it would be better. I'm sorry. It's usually a lot better, but unfortunately, my girl didn't show up today, and it would have come out a lot sooner. But she's not here at the moment.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That sounds so stressful. Is there anything I could do for you? I don't know, take out the trash?
Well, you could if you want, but there isn't much. Our dear Penelope took everything out last night.
Oh, okay, great.
But you could if you want. I wouldn't say no.
Oh, I'd love to help. Show me the way.
Okay. You sure you don't want to eat your food first?
Lolly will take a very large, and not very ladylike
Ooh.
stack of pancakes. She'll just cut out a nice wedge, shove it into her gullet, chew it down, swallow it, take a big gulp of coffee. I'm ready, honey. Put me to work.
Oh, okay. So she takes you to the back. She like gives you a cute little ribbon to put in your hair. This is an honorary one. I'm gonna need this back, of course.
Of course.
And she takes you to the back, and there's the bit. Oh, gives you the garbage basically. So the garbage bins are in the back.
Okay, thank you so much, Sugar. I'll take care of this right away for you.
Okay, so while you're doing that, she's going over to Penelope, and she is just sort of like, you know, it's really kind of you to come in on your day off. I know that you probably don't want to work today, but there's a girl that just hasn't really... Well, she's new. You wouldn't have crossed paths with her, but she didn't show up today, and I don't know if you're free at all. But... You know...
Okay, well, you know, I'm here with my friends, and I wouldn't want to ditch them, because I'm such a good friend.
Okay.
And I wouldn't ditch. We have plans.
What are you
Sorry.
doing?
Oh, you know, just. We might go see a movie at the Razzle Dazzle. Like with Black Cat. You know, just. You
Ooh,
know,
that sounds like a great time. I really wish that I could have some time off, but unfortunately you hire help and then they just don't show up.
Yeah, that's a real
They think I'm dumb or something. But whatever. It's fine. You enjoy your day. You enjoy your day. I'm gonna go see if Lolly needs any help. What do you boys want?
Before you go,
before... Oh, okay, well.
I'm quite curious about this missing girl. I may have run into her at the zoning meeting. Where does she live?
Oh, who knows? I don't know. I don't ask where my employees live other than to get, you know, their address for their paychecks. But I'm assuming she's a city girl. And she you know, she's been a great girl. She normally shows up very early. And she just hasn't shown up today. And she's probably off with that boy. And they've probably eloped at this point. She's been so in love with him over the last couple of weeks. But anyway, I don't know. Just kind of disappointed that she didn't show up.
Do I know of this girl?
Oh, you do. You know of her, but she hasn't really... you wouldn't have crossed paths because you work at night and she works in the mornings with me.
Right.
But
day shift.
Yeah, the day shift. Yeah, that's what. Well, anyway.
Well,
Anyway.
What about this boy? This boy she's seen?
What about him?
You said she's like madly in love and they practically eloped.
Well, who knows if they eloped? She's just been in love with him and talking about him nonstop and how he's just this really handsome thing. And, you know, I mean, who wouldn't want to elope with a handsome thing? And, I mean, whatever. It's just, I would have just appreciated if she let me know before she went off and eloped. Moving over to Lolly in the back. What's Lolly up to?
Lolly would be trying to investigate the dumpster to see if there's any tufts of hair, any scratch marks, any signs of a disturbance.
Okay. She's looking around and she sees something. She digs in a little bit and she sees half of a pink bow.
She will pocket that very quickly.
Okay.
And then is there anything else?
No.
Okay, so as Lolly is going into the back, through the back and into like the back area of the restaurant, she's also gonna try to look for like an employee station where they might grab their aprons and to see if she can find a name tag of the girl who's missing.
Okay. So Okay, I will let you do that without me being like, well, you're gonna need to be a sneak. We'll let you do that. So you go to the back, and it's not within the back. You can they can pull on their aprons just right at the door. But she sees a name tag, and it says Sophia on it.
Okay. And does Lolly recognize that name from a person who recently checked out some books? A young girl interested in the occult?
Yes.
Okay. Lolly will take a mental note of that and leave the name tag, and then listen for when Sugar is coming and make herself look like she's busy, like tidying and helping out.
Sugar is basically just talking Penelope's ear off and
okay.
and just
so then
okay.
She would return to the booth and
okay.
And just settle back in.
Oh, Lolly, you have the rest of your food. I'm gonna go to the back and make myself a milkshake because I think I deserve one.
You absolutely deserve a milkshake. Take your time. We'll eat. We'll have a great time.
Absolutely. Who cares if it's 9 in the morning, right?
Nobody cares if it's 9 in the morning. We have coffee. We have pancakes. We're good.
Enjoy your bowls of coffee.
Oh, I will.
And she stares at Alexander again for his entitlement and just gives him a dirty look and walks away. And she waves off to Rig. See you in a bit, dears, darlings, whatever I say.
And when she leaves, Lolly will whisper, "Now, do all of you lovely darlings have the library card?"
Rig does not. I don't.
Okay.
I do.
It's a little concerning, but it's fine.
No.
Okay, so there is something I need to show you at the library, but first we're gonna need to get you signed up for a library card. So let's put that on the agenda for today.
Okay, definitely noted.
There's some things I'd like to chat about, but privately.
Okay.
So would you like to go to the library next? Everyone?
I'm okay with yeah.
Library?
I'm okay with that.
Yes, let's leave. These hash browns were cold. There was no cheddar cheese melted on top. And she didn't bring out any bacon. So I'm ready to leave.
For the record, everything is perfect. I think you just have an issue with me, dear. I'll remember you. She shouts from the back. She's got ears of a hawk.
The ears of a bear. They're just round and fuzzy.
So, you all head over to the library, which is about 20 minutes away. Well, I don't know if you decided to walk or what. Actually, let me leave it to you. You're going to the library. I don't know where you guys have, how you guys got to Spoonful, but...
Does Alexander
Lolly
have
will...
his bug?
I was gonna say, can we hail a taxi?
You could.
Okay.
So,
But
has Jellybug not been offered to the group?
I'd rather walk than get in the Jellybug.
There's only room for one person in the Jellybug. As I do have a dresser in the back seat.
Okay.
Been there for 3 weeks. If anyone wants one, just let me know.
Okay, so while you're, I guess you're walking over to the library, and I'm assuming you're all talking about who desperately needs a new dresser, or an old dresser. You eventually get to the library, and when you get to the library. It's really cute, but also it was built in 1895. The new Globlintown Library is a gorgeous blonde sandstone building that is surrounded by paved walkways with benches, shrubbery, and intricate iron lampposts surrounding it. It is one of the first public funded libraries in the world. And its gorgeous Renaissance revival architecture draws in locals and tourists alike. It's made up of 2 main rooms, one of which contains a high, arched barrel vault, and it's got coffered ceilings that goes down for what seems like miles, and rows upon rows of large oak desks, and decorated with banker lamps on top. Bookshelves line the sides with windows above, and the glass of the windows is sitting between geometric metal frames. So, you are in the library.
Lolly would lead them to the desk, where she will promptly get behind and hand them all applications and fresh library cards. And allow them a moment to fill it out and look around, because it's beautiful in here, isn't it?
It
It's
is a
beautiful.
gorgeous library.
So cool.
And
I've
so
been here before.
you have been here before, and she'll gesture to a space under the desk where you were once shielded from the eyes of the paparazzos.
Yeah, that's all I remember. I didn't quite get a look around.
So, any special information on the applications?
Lolly would have made a big deal about it, but the applications would be like super simple. It would just be like your name.
Okay. So you got your library cards ready, and you're all ready to go. Whatever Lolly wants to do, go ahead, Lolly. Show them the things you need to show them.
So Lolly would lead them down a hall in the back where there are some meeting rooms that people can rent privately. One meeting room is not numbered, and Lolly would take out a very ornate key and unlock this door, and it would be very dark initially upon entry, and she would usher everyone in. And then close the door pretty swiftly behind them once they entered. And in this room is it looks sort of like a workshop or like a garage with like various weaponry, jars filled with curiosities, and books on all things occult and magical. And there would be a small table and chairs for them to sit. And then she would sit at the table and take out a half-torn pink bow and just place it gently on the center of the table.
Where did you find this?
Well, I took a little field trip to the Spoonflower dumpsters, as you know, and discovered, well, this. And also, I should tell you all, you've had a couple of run-ins with me before, and I get up to some strange and unusual things from time to time. But, well, this young girl, Sophia, who I believe is our missing waitress, visited me not too long ago. Really enamored with a little, with a boy who she's been talking to for only a couple of weeks, which is not a long time. Should really wait to get married. And was interested in some of the things that I'm interested in, which is unusual. And I wonder if she's gotten into some trouble here.
Do you think it was the bear?
I think it was something. And could I look at the bow and see if it's, was it bitten? Was it ripped? Is there blood on it? Is there anything else about it?
It just basically looks like it was ripped in half, sort of a sign of struggle sort of thing, and just ripped in half. That's all. So I guess just a refresher, Penelope would wear this, so she would know that this is definitely part of the uniform too. She's never come across the girl before, but she knows of Sophia, never really met her, and yeah, she's in love with a boy?
Strange.
Did this girl tell you anything about the boy? Because Sugar she didn't have anything really nice to say about the boy other than he was a distraction for the girl.
No, she just, said that it seemed like it really occupied her mind, she was really, oh dear. She was asking about love spells and love magic, which is, really just a nice way of talking about slavery. It's not very, we don't do love spells. Consent's very important. Yeah. So that was concerning. Now that I think about it.
Did she check out any particular books?
Did she check out any particular books, Game Master?
She has checked out lots of things. It's not really anything that you could pinpoint, just that you get the impression that she was trying to figure something out. Because she came to you with interest, not knowing anything. So I don't think she was able to pinpoint it herself.
Not any particular book, but a lot of books covering sort of a breadth of magic and strange and unusual things. So maybe I get the sense she's a little new. Oh god, new practicing dangerous magic. This is well. So what do you guys think?
If only we could somehow find out who this mystery man is that she may have run off with.
Maybe you could go check other places out.
Yeah. Now that I've had my breakfast, I think I'm ready to go to Pride and Pottery now.
Oh, it's right next to the gardens. Let's go. That sounds lovely.
Alexander, did you still want to go to the deli?
Actually, yes, I would like to go to the deli. My previous theory still rings true today.
Could you remind us what your previous theory was again?
What are bears attracted to? Meat.
Okay. So where would you like to head first?
I
Well, we
say
could
let's
split
go to the
up.
pot.
We can split up, yeah?
We could split up.
Okay.
So who's going to Pride and Pottery and who's going to the Deli Sisters?
I think Lolly would still like to go to the pottery place.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to the pottery.
I'll go to the deli.
Okay.
Haven't spoken with Patty and Babs in a while. I wonder what they're up to.
Okay, so let's go to the Jelly Sisters first. And let me just pull up my notes. La 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 la. So when you head over to the Jelly Sisters, it's a small place and there's just enough room between the counter and the wall that people can sort of single file in and they can like shove their ways like through to get out. And there's meat and bread and a lot of like cheeses and fresh produce. And you see that Patty and Babs, the sisters, are arguing once again over who gets to slice the bread.
Well, as I
Hey.
approach the counter, I say, "Hey, Patty. Hey, Babs. Has anything weird been going on here?"
Do we know you?
Me, I'm Alexander Piccadilly Line. You may have heard of me from the town hall meetings.
What about them?
Well, I've never seen you attend the zoning board meetings, but I assume the news does get out there, you know?
It does.
Are you telling me that we should know who you are because you attend zoning meetings, sweetie?
Yes.
Well, surprise, surprise. My sister knows who you are. This is Babs. Hi. I'm a big fan. I love your hats.
Oh, Babs.
How can we help you?
Has any creatures been digging around in your trash? Anything weird going on?
You mean besides Patty?
Trust me, I've noticed that one.
What do you want? What do you want from us?
I don't know if any
Is
weird...
that Penelope?
I thought you'd never noticed. Hello.
I haven't seen you since your latest movie. I'm a huge fan.
Oh,
Here,
Yeah.
and then she like gets some deli meats that are freshly sliced, and she wraps them in some cute little nonstick parchment, and then she hands it to you.
You know, these are the kind of perks I would want for being famous. Free deli meat.
Just deli meat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You shouldn't have, really.
Would you like any cheeses?
Yes,
what
I would like
kind?
some cheddar.
She gets a toothpick. She sticks one of the squares that they cut for samples and goes.
Penelope, can you try and get some information out of them?
So, sweet Patty, darling Babs, I was just wondering if you two have seen any particular oddities happening around the deli or town.
Well, we haven't really seen anything lately. We've heard about the bear attacks.
Yes, the
But
bears.
other than that, we haven't really seen anything. Other than being welcomed by your presence.
Oh, too kind.
Your presence and your presence alone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, was there anything, Alexander, that you wanted to ask? So I can ask them.
What have they heard about the bear things? Any rumors going around in the town?
Yes. The bears. What do you know about the bears?
Well, just that they've been messing with some of the, I don't know, just apparently some attacks. Why are there bears in this city? Why would there be bears in this city?
Yes, and of all things, has your trash been gone through?
Well, no, actually, nothing.
Nothing.
We haven't had any issues.
Odd.
Well, it appears my theory was
A little
not up to par this
Yeah.
time. I think we should
debunked.
take... If you could just grab some extra prosciutto for me, and let's get in the jelly bug and bounce.
Yes. Patty, be
Wait,
a
do
dear.
the deli sisters need a new dresser?
Signed by the one and only Penelope. Previously owned by Penelope.
How big we talking?
It's only a 4-drawer, but it gets the job done.
Well, if you want to lug it to the back, that would be great. Penelope, could you please sign it?
Of course.
And also, Penelope, Patty's like nudging, or Babs is nudging Patty's side. Babs hands you a basket, and it's full of cheese and some wine and more meat, some bread, and all the yummy stuff that you would get in like a cute little gift basket that you could get from a deli. And it says, to Penelope and only Penelope.
Does it have tiny mustards?
It does have tiny mustards.
Oh my gosh. In glass jars.
Glass jars. Artisanal. I'm just gonna turn up my light.
Yes.
My face already hurts from smiling.
Mhm.
Okay. And they notice that Alexander is also wanting some more cheese, so they slice him a piece of cheddar and they like neatly wrap it, and she hands it to you, and it's basically a craft single. There you go.
Aren't you happy, Alexander? I know I am. Me carrying. I love the deli.
I'm lactose intolerant anyways.
That hasn't stopped us. And they wave as you leave. So while you're doing that, let's go over to the botanical gardens. So as you're all pulling up to the botanical gardens, you can see a bunch of glass houses, and they're sort of dotted around, but in the center there is Pride and Pottery. And let me just read my cute little description. I'm really like proud of my description, so I need to read them to you. Looks like a greenhouse at the front with plants and flowers clearly visible through the greenhouse fronting. Once inside, the right-hand side of the building has shelves lined with different pots, seed packets, gardening supplies, and on the left-hand side, there's some interior decorative items, including crockery, soft furnishings, lamps, lampshades, and some wooden chairs. And armchairs dotted around that are for sale, but people also like to sit in them, so they could be a little bit worn. At the very back of the shop, you're not inside currently, but you're there. But Rig would know all this, so it's fine. There's a double door that the entrance is into the little pottery factory where all the pots are handmade, making sure that they're separate from any plants so that the chemicals of the ceramics don't destroy them. But when you are walking up to the place, you see a guy who's he's got his collar up on his trench coat, and he looks suspicious. He's walking away from the Pride and Pottery.
That a friend of yours?
I've never seen him around.
Should we wait until he clears the area, or should we go talk to him?
Let's go talk to him.
Okay, let's do it. Sir! Hang on 1 second, and she'll chase after him.
Oh gosh, okay, so while you're running up to this man, you see that he's tall and he's handsome and he's pretty bulky. And he turns around and he looks at you, and he just looks really mean. And he's sort of putting something in his pocket. You notice
What?
he tried to be slick about it. You notice.
Sir, what do you have there? What do you
Do I
what's
know
in your
you?
pocket?
Do I know you?
No. But I'm Rig, now you do. So what are you doing here?
I don't think that's any of your business.
I work here. I think it is.
You work outside.
Yeah, sure.
He just sort of walks past you or he's trying to get away.
Can Lolly like read his card? Like get a good look at what he looks like and what he's wearing.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
is wearing just like he blends in well everywhere, or like he just looks like a random dude, but he's got his collar up. He's pale skinned, he has dark hair, his face is kind of long, but he's really bulky and muscular. And he's wearing a tan trench coat.
Did I get a look at the thing he was pocketing?
You did not see it because he did it really quickly.
Okay. I think Lolly will give Rig a nudge as though maybe we should just let this one go and scope out his workplace for anything that might be missing.
Okay. So he was walking away, and you notice that as he's walking away, he's like shaking his hand and just like smoothing his coat and is walking away at a normal but brisk pace.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you like to do next?
Greg wanted to pick a fight, but
I mean, you
Pick a
absolutely
fight.
can. You can pick a fight
No.
if
You don't have to
want.
listen to me.
I'll follow Poppy's lead because I wanted to check out the pottery anyways. So Greg will.
Are you sure you don't want to fight? You can. You don't have to, but you can.
No, I'll go to the pottery.
Okay. So as you walk up to the front door, you hear someone groaning in pain from around the corner.
I'll go check it out. See who's in pain.
Okay. So as you make your way around the building, you see Angelo, and he's bloodied and he's nearly passed out, and he's just sort of in shock. He just sort of says, that guy, there was a guy I didn't see, but I'm sort of in shock, and he doesn't really, it all happens so quickly, basically. Thanks, Chelsea. I just saw it.
I run up to Angelo. Angelo, what happened?
Oh,
And I'm like trying to stop the bleeding and patch him up.
ah! Sorry. He's just sort of like, he's groaning in pain, and he like puts his hand on your hand. His like face is a little bit beat up, and he's just like, I don't know what happened. It just sort of, it was so quick. And then you hear someone running from inside, with a wet towel and some bandages, and it's Colin Thirth, the owner of Pride and Pottery, and he's just this really tall, handsome guy, and he's helping too, and he's like, it was that guy over there. I just saw the end of it.
Do we still see him?
He's almost leaving.
Okay. Lolly's gonna chase after him.
Yeah, I'm gonna full on sprint.
Okay. What would you like to do when you catch up to him?
Rig punches him.
Okay, so you would like to kick some ass.
Yes,
I will
Lolly
need
will
you.
help.
Okay, so you're gonna help how?
Lolly's gonna try to grab onto his coat to slow him down.
Okay, so if you're gonna help out, let's try. Carl, will you please roll kick some ass? And that's your tough.
Okay.
And don't forget to add any. This is our first roll, everyone.
Okay, here we go. I got okay, 9.
Including your.
Including the tough, yeah.
Okay, so where are you punching him?
So I run up behind and punch him in the back of the head.
So, you hit him, but you kind of like miss and hit his ear, or hit his ear and the back of his head mostly. So he feels it and he like jerks around. But Lolly, if you're helping out, could you please roll your cool?
Do you roll 2 or just 1?
2, both dice.
2. Okay. I got a 3.
Okay, you hold on to him, and as he's turning, it just sort of flips out of your hand really quickly. So you did not get a hold on him, but you can mark an experience.
Okay.
That doesn't help, and you're just sort of like this, and he just looks at you like, but he looks over at Rig, and he's like, "What's your problem?" And then he like shoves you. So you, Rig, you will have to mark, that you got hit as well. So you have 1 thing of damage, because when you inflict damage, you will always get it unless you get a +10 on kick some ass.
Okay.
So he punches you, and I'm gonna roll that. Damn it. So he punches you, for punching him, and he hits you in the face, and but it also, he misses and kind of mostly hits your ear. How would you take that?
The punch? Or just what's going on?
Just all of it. You just
All of
got
it?
punched in the face ear.
I point back to Pride and Pottery and yell at him. Did you do that? Did you harm Angelo?
I don't know anything about anyone. I'm just walking. None of this is your business. And he just like keeps trying to. I don't know. Would you like to do anything else? Keep trying to get away.
Can Lolly do something weird?
Sure. What would you like to do?
So Lolly's going to reach into a black pouch that she keeps tied around her
Okay.
waist on a belt,
Okay.
and she'll take out a piece of licorice, take a bite, and then spit on the ground near his feet, and that is an incantation to try to hold him in place.
Okay.
Like,
So why don't you roll your weird for me and add anything else that applies?
okay. 7.
Okay. As he's about to punch Rig in the face again, he kind of like goes like this, but then there's some sort of force field that sort of buzzes him. It doesn't hold him in place. That sort of like held him there for a second, but he's a little bit taken aback by it, and he's about to go in again. Cause he's a Mr. Brute man towards Rig. He's right here. He's about to hit you.
Can
I
I
love this
do
music
another?
with fighting,
I
by
know.
the way.
I want to change it. I want to change
Oh no, it's so
it.
good.
Rig sees the punch coming. Can I dodge or something?
You could.
Okay.
What would you like to do to dodge? I think you're
I-
acting under pressure, so roll your cool. I love the clank.
I know.
I put it in a little bowl. That's a 9.
Okay.
I see the punch coming. and I try to duck.
Okay. So you duck, he misses, but you have unfortunately sort of done a super squat and you like hit your butt to the ground and you sort of toppled back a bit, but he definitely misses you.
How awkward this fight
And
is.
he's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Get up and fight like a strong person. Mark and no, that's not an experience. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I use a weapon?
So he's starting to walk away. You can use a weapon if you like. What would you like to do?
I'll pull out a big knife.
And do what with it?
I try to intimidate him, try to stop him from moving, try to scare him, yeah.
Do you really think a little plastic dinner knife is going to scare me? And he like he's going in to grab it and he's holding on to your wrist. And you notice that his hands are cold. He's holding on to you. He's squeezing harder.
I'll just try to push him off then.
Okay.
Act under pressure.
How would you say that is? I would like
At
to
this
know
point, it's
how
just
you
panic.
feel. Yeah, this is a panic and you're trying to act under pressure. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is Lolly doing anything while this is happening? Lolly is... Oh, I thought you were going to say you're staring.
Yes. So right now he has a knife and the guy is trying to wrestle the knife away from him.
Yeah.
While he's distracted, Lolly's gonna pull out a knife and try to stab him.
Okay. Okay. All right. So why don't you roll your kick some ass?
Okay. I got a 9.
Okay. So let's say, where are you trying to stab him?
I would say Lolly's pretty short, so probably like the side or...
Okay. So you get him. It sort of feels like a sting in his side. He's like, ah! And he like hits you away, but he's so strong that you fall back. So you have to take, you don't take any damage, but you're basically pushed back. Also, Weathers, you're frozen.
I don't know what to do about that.
Just turn off your camera and turn it back on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. You're back. Okay. Ah! Never mind. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. There we go. All right. So this music is making this fight so funny. It's making me so happy. Okay. So you stab him in the side. It feels like a sting, and he pushes you back. Meanwhile, Rig, did you roll?
I did.
What'd you get?
I got an 8.
Okay, you got an 8.
Oh my god.
What was it that you were trying to do?
I was just trying to push him off me.
Okay,
Because he's got my wrist.
So he's holding on to your wrist and you push against his arm and your hand now hurts. And he's sort of just like, he takes off his jacket. He's just getting really fed up. And he's like, look, I don't want to kill you guys. He's really tough. This music is throwing me off. I don't want to kill you guys, but I will. And he's like, he's going towards you again. Now what do you do? He's going towards Lolly, who has just stabbed him in the side.
Is Lolly prone? Or is she just like away from him?
You like fell on the floor, but you would have had enough time to get back up.
Okay.
I pull out a gun.
Okay, you pull out your gun.
We're going all in.
Okay. Okay, so what are you gonna do with your gun? His back's turned against you.
I'm gonna protect Lolly. Protect someone.
Okay.
Does that work?
That would be preventing harm.
Okay.
But I would say this is more of a kick some ass, but how would you be doing this? His back is turned against you. He's racing over towards Lolly because she flew like 10 feet away because he's so strong.
Okay, no, we'll kick some ass. If his back's towards me,
Yeah.
I'll just shoot.
Okay, so you're shooting at what?
I try to aim for his back. Because
Okay.
he's so big, and I guess that's the biggest area to...
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Please, please.
What
No!
did you get?
Please,
Oh my
please.
god. It doesn't matter with the points. It's a 7.
Okay. So,
Okay.
you hit him. And I would say that, again, it's sort of like a sting to him. It definitely distracts him enough that he's turning around and facing you again. And well, he's facing you, he's rushing towards you and just sort of knocks you over. And he, with that, he runs away.
Okay.
And you've lost him.
Well,
Is the jacket he dropped mid-fight still here? Or did he take it with him?
It is still there.
Okay. Brig will admit defeat, but he'll pick up the jacket. I'll pick up the jacket and see if there's anything in there, like what he was trying to hide or information.
So you're gonna
a
check his
wallet.
pockets?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going through his pockets, and you know exactly which one it is because you saw him put his hand in there. And you find half of a pink hair ribbon. And you also find... Sorry, I'm just thinking about the music and the whole situation. And you also find a piece of a woolen gray coat.
is it 90% wool?
My god.
I don't think so. I think this is the real deal.
Would you show that to Lolly?
I'll show it to Lolly. Look, Lolly, isn't this the same bow that you found?
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think it is. And she'll put it up against it to match that it's the same bow.
And it is one whole hair bow that belongs to a member of Spoonful, an employee of Spoonful. And
We need to check out your store because that seems to be the area where he got it.
I'd like to check in on Angelo. Is he still
Okay.
alive?
Angelo is alive. He just sort of got beat up. He's bloodied, but he's sort of just like in a daze, but he'll be okay. He did okay. What would you all like to do?
Lolly's gonna look around the perimeter of the building while Rig is tending to Angelo.
Okay.
I'd like to question him.
Huh?
I'd like to question Angelo.
Okay, you can question Angelo if you like.
I ask him, who was that guy and What did he want with you?
I don't know. He just came over here and I saw him messing with some stuff in the bushes. And I tried to ask what he was up to, but he just came over to me and hit me. Started beating me up. I have no idea if this has anything to do, like, with my sister. I haven't seen her today.
What was your sister's name again?
Sophia?
Sophie. Does she work at the what was it called?
The
The spoonful.
Where you can get all day breakfast.
Did she work at the spoonful?
Yeah, do you know her?
I was just over at the spoonful with my friends, and Sugar's really worried about her. She didn't show up for work either.
Oh no. He's just in shock. He doesn't know what to do. He's just been beat up by some big guy for no reason, and now he's worried about his sister. So I need to find her. And then Colin Thirth comes around and is like, well, he's still there, and he's like, no, you need to stay here. We're gonna get you to a hospital, because he's pretty beat up. Tell me you'll find her, Rig.
I'll do whatever I can. Do you know anything about the guy she's seeing?
Just that he's some handsome weirdo. She's been looking up all this stuff about magical things, and I don't know, like, this is a really weird situation. I don't believe in any of that stuff, but suddenly she does.
Rig turns to Colin and asks, "Are you sure you didn't see or hear anything about the guy that was just here?"
All I saw was that man running away.
Okay, I'm done with Colin.
Okay.
I leave Angelo in Colin's hands, and I'll reconvene with.
Okay. So is that what you'd like to? You were gonna speak with Lolly?
Yeah, I'll speak with Lolly.
Okay. And you know what? Before you do that, let's take a break. We're back. And we left off with a semi-interesting fight between Lolly, this man, and Rig. And they just found they found the second half of the ribbon and a piece of gray woolen fabric. Kind of probably off of a coat. So, take it away, Lolly and Rig.
Was Lolly able to ascertain anything from the perimeter of the pottery place? Pride and Crockery?
There is nothing else that was... The Colin Thirst place? No, there wasn't really anything else. You just saw sort of dirt from like the bushes, like kind of not pretty, so you would suspect that there might have been a fight.
Okay, so the dirt and landscape looks disturbed, like it's been rustled around and stuff. Okay, there's no traces of like fur or blood or anything.
No.
Okay.
But if you remember, well, if Rig remembers, the guy was touching your hand and he felt cold.
Right.
And he had super strength.
He was very strong. And
could Lolly hit the books?
She could.
And try to see if she knows anything, like creature-wise, or what might cause somebody's skin to feel like ice cold and for them to be super strong?
Yeah, absolutely. So, would you like to use any of your Haven moves?
Ooh.
Or-
Yeah, would that require that we go back to the library though?
No. I would
Okay.
say that like you are in your special room in the library a lot, and this is just sort of because you're an expert and because you've read about basically everything. A lot of this is really familiar to you, so you can roll. Just let me know which.
Yes, I'm
one.
gonna use lore library.
Okay. So go for it.
Oh my god. Okay. So I rolled an 11 and that's +3, so 14.
Okay. That is incredible. Oh my gosh. So you remember exactly what this is because I'm assuming Rig told you.
Yes, I told her everything.
Okay. It clicks in your brain and you realize, oh my gosh, this sounds a lot like vampires.
Oh no.
Vampire.
Yeah,
That's weird though.
So Lolly will be like pacing, I guess, around the area trying to think, and then she'll stop. Oh dear! I think I know what this is.
What is it, Lolly?
I think that man was a vampire.
A vampire?
Oh yes, a vampire. You see them from time to time.
Oh, naturally.
Mm.
That doesn't make sense though, because we're dealing with bear attacks. What does that have to do with vampires?
Well, the police are not the best when it comes to the strange and unusual, and people tend to, their minds just can't handle it, and so I wonder if maybe there's no bear at all, if you get what I'm saying.
Got it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
maybe.
Would you all like to maybe technical difficulties. Porkson, you're fine now. You were a little bit further back and you were just this big blurry thing. But
All right, let me.
you're better now. It's better now. It's focused back on you again.
Just pixelated and censored porks too. Like The Sims taking a shower.
So would you all maybe like to meet up with the rest of the group? Would you like to explore another place separately? What would Lolly and Rig like to do?
Have we exhausted everything at this location?
Yes, you
did we
found
okay.
the pieces you need and you figured it out. It just snapped in your brain. This could be a vampire. This sounds a lot like a vampire.
But yeah, I guess we should. What should we do?
Maybe we can just meet up with Alexander and Penelope.
Oh, did you say that Sophia is Angelo's sister?
Yes.
Where does Angelo live?
Oh. You know what? I didn't ask him.
Don't know.
He should be on his way to the hospital right now, though.
He's a friend of yours, no? You don't know me?
So they work together, and he's just sort of confided in Rig over the last couple of weeks. Confided in Rig over the last couple of weeks, but not enough to know.
You have an employee file on him? Like, how do you pay him?
Well, I don't pay him. I don't own the shop. But we can probably find that while Colin's gone.
Ooh, let's do it. What's a little breaking and entering between friends?
Okay. So are you trying to break into where?
I guess like
The
Colin
manager's
Firth's office.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's sort of just cleaning up stuff outside. He's busy. He's not paying attention, but the door is locked.
Well, he's here. I thought he left.
No. He's there, but what's his face left in the ambulance?
Okay.
Angelo, not what's his face, Angelo.
So can we ask him?
You could if you want.
Yeah. Do you want to ask him, or do you want me to ask him?
You can ask him.
I'm gonna try to manipulate him.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to appeal to him
Okay.
by concocting a story. She'll excuse me if you have a second.
Okay, so he's sort of like hunched over, like sort of cleaning up Angelo, but he's like worked up a sweat and his shirt's a little bit like his white shirt's a little bit like see-through now. And he's wiping away his sweat from his brow and he's like, "Hello, how may I help you?"
Well, I see you're very hard at work here, so I won't waste too much of your time. But you see, young Master Angelo seems, he's had a hard day, and I'd like to drop something off for him at his house, just so he's got a little nice something waiting for him. But you see, I forgot to ask for his address. It's been a long time since I visited him. Could you give me his address so that I could leave something nice for him?
And would you like to roll for me, please? Manipulate someone?
I got a 5 + 2 is 7 + 1 is 8.
Okay. So, let me just see. Well, I normally wouldn't just give out addresses of my employees. I'm surprised that Rig didn't ask me for this, but seems like they got a little bit closer over the last while.
Rig is just beside himself with Angelo's injuries. He's just not thinking clearly.
But I'll do it on one condition.
Oh, sure. What can I do for you?
I would love it if you would have a coffee with me at Hot Shots one day.
Oh, well, sure. I would be glad to. I'm free most Saturdays, except for one Saturday where I have an engagement at the library. But, we can work around that. I'd love to meet you for a coffee.
He looks you in the eyes and he says, "An engagement at the library? Sounds wonderful."
Yeah. Well, it's called Poltergeists and Paranormal Pals, where we talk about, people who have experiences, give them a safe place to talk about it. It's very nice. We have coffee if you like. You sound like you like coffee, so we have some. And she's starting to sweat.
That sounds beautiful. I would love to stop by sometime and have a coffee and listen to all of the paranormal things you can teach me about.
Yeah, that will be lovely. I look forward to it.
Well, here's his address. He gives you the address. He lives in the city. He lives sort of near where does he live? 1 second, please. He lives close to the burping. He lives close to the Black Cat Club. He lives in an apartment nearby.
Okay.
Nightclub, excuse me.
Great.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I look forward to the next time we see each other. And she will toddle away.
Okay. And as you're turning, away, and you're walking away, and the wind goes through your hair. He's looking wistfully at you, and he puts his hand out, and he says, "And I look forward to seeing you." Just under his breath, like you barely hear it, and you're just like, "Did he just?" Okay. So where are you heading off to next? You gonna meet up with anyone?
Lolly will suggest to Rig that they meet up with the other pair, given how difficult a time they had battling, and that does Lolly know that that Penelope has some familiarity with the club?
I would. You both can figure that out if you like.
Would you have talked to Lolly about that? Or would you have mentioned that, Penelope?
Maybe Lolly knows that Penelope might like frequent it.
Okay.
But
anyway, that would be
other
one of
than
the
that,
reasons
yeah.
she'd want to connect with you, is that you would know the area pretty well.
It's right next to Spoonful.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like
great.
across from Spoonful.
Yeah, so she...
this street is like pretty. Yeah, it's like the nightclub's there, and that's where Spoonful is where people will go for after they have had a ton of drinks and things.
Uh-huh. Great. Yeah, let's try to connect with our pals.
Yeah.
So how we go about, I guess, since Penelope and Alexander know that Lolly and Rig are at the
Can we
hang on.
retcon that we would have like met back at the library?
Yes.
Okay.
Because none of you gave each other a
gonna
meet
s-
spot.
I was gonna say me and Penelope and Alexander would just zoom on. How's it going? We got the backseat cleared up for you.
Right.
Like Penelope wouldn't say that like that, but hop on in.
So
Alright,
you're all in the jelly bug?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're all in the jelly bug, and
Okay.
we fill them in on everything that's happened.
Okay.
Do you have the piece of the wool suit? Would I know where this wool suit came from? Perhaps?
Are you giving him
I'm-
or showing it to him, or who has it, by the way?
Rig.
Okay.
I have it. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, I will withhold. No,
You
I'll
could.
show it.
You absolutely could if you wanted to.
no, I'll show it.
Okay.
Okay. Does this look
Reluctantly.
familiar to me?
Yes, it looks familiar.
Oh.
The music.
It was so good.
It was in my hand. It was like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Do I have to? Where would this have looked familiar?
It's a gray woolen piece of fabric.
Maybe you shop at the
Okay.
same store. And
Yeah, do
you've
you
seen
shop
the
at the
fabric
same
there.
store? You are a wool connoisseur, after all.
Maybe. I don't know. It
Could
looks
someone
so
else
familiar.
could someone else that you've come across might be wearing the same thing?
Is it the guy from the zoning board meeting?
Could be.
Is there a way for me to find out for sure?
Maybe. Are you moving your head to the music? I wanna like move my boobs.
I know, me too. I was doing that just now.
And shimmy.
I forget you all can see me. And you can actually see my chest.
We can see you and your titties.
Yes. So I would say that this looks so much like a gray woolen piece of fabric that looks a lot like the guy you met earlier. Did you ask for his name?
I didn't.
It looks a lot like his jacket. And if you remember, he's a little bit disheveled. He looks tired.
He was disheveled and tired. I think I should meet up with him. Or I think we should meet up with him.
I will
So
say
you wanna
this.
Mhm.
You have some mundane powers. If you were to meet alone with him, this could help you. I mean, but everyone can also be hanging around just in case, but...
Got
Oh,
my gun ready.
so shall I? Don't worry, I'll check it out.
You could, but I would discuss it with the group.
Okay. I believe, you guys, that this piece of wool suit came from a very handsome man that I've met at a zoning board meeting. Don't worry, I can check it out for myself.
Oh, so you're going alone?
Yes.
Oh.
Are you sure you don't want us to, like, just be in the vicinity in case you run into trouble? I mean, we did just have a time with a very large man.
Yeah, we just kicked someone's ass.
Kinda.
You know what? Y'all stay in the jelly bug.
Don't worry, we've got a
Keep
whole
my
basket of
car
goodies
running.
here.
True.
And you do.
Okay, so we'll stop there before we go to Angelo's apartment.
Or should we go to Angelo's apartment first?
Or did we split up again? Now that we've shared information. Now that we've I don't know.
I think we
Well-
should stick together if there's vampires here. I'm scared.
I agree. So let us go see your friend, and then we'll make our way over to Angelo's apartment because he's going to be in the hospital.
Okay.
True.
And thankfully on the napkin with the phone number, he also put his address, right?
He put his address, his phone number, but not his name.
Oh, it's Robert.
It's
Robert
actually
Robert.
it's Elliot.
Oh, you got a name. Oh, Elliot.
Elliot.
Okay, Elliot.
Elliot Lacroix.
Elliot Lacroix.
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 You got to get the back of your throat when
Anyone
you say
else
that.
getting
Lacroix.
thirsty? Le croissant. Elliot Lacroix. Well,
He
let's
smells
go on
vaguely
over.
of fruit.
Zoom that jelly bug
Are
over
you gonna
to...
call him? Are you just gonna show up at his house? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
you know what? Let me call him first. I don't want to disturb his peace. I want to let him know that we're on our way, though.
You have to find a phone.
There's one at the library, conveniently.
Oh, let's drive to the library.
We're already at the library. That's where we met up. We haven't
Perfect.
You're in the
been
jelly bug, girl. Jelly bug.
Let's exit the jelly bug while I take this phone call.
All right, let's do it.
So,
He's calling Elliot, yeah.
by the way, his address is not really on it, but
Okay, you know what? Yeah, well,
I don't know why
I'll roll
anyone would give their address to you when they just met you.
Apologies.
I know this is the 40s and nobody really cared about much, and no one was safe, but okay.
Left the door unlocked.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, so you call him and he answers, but he's sort of like uncomfortable, and like you hear like heavy breathing, like a rush sort of feeling. Hello.
hey, Elliot, it's Alexander.
Who?
The handsome man you met at the zoning board meeting.
Sorry, which one?
Alexander Piccadilly line.
Oh, right. What is it? Yes, hi.
All right, well, I want to manipulate him.
Okay. Well, what would you like
Try
to
and
do?
get him to give me his address. Oh, well, I was just in the Jellybug, and I was just thinking, what a perfect time for me to come over. Are you busy?
I don't know if that's a good idea. Yes, I'm with my family right now, and yeah, it's not a good time.
Well, I personally think I would love to meet the family.
Why don't you roll your charm?
Okay.
Please be a 2 or something.
Wait, do I roll both the dice?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay. I got a 6. And then add that with my charm plus 2, so 8.
Okay.
But he's staying average today.
I don't think that's a good idea, but maybe a little bit later, maybe another time. Today's not a good day. But
What have you been up to? Where were you about an hour ago?
I'm sorry, this is a little bit weird for me. I just met you today, and you're just trying to get to my house, and I don't understand this. I don't get it. Like, I want to give you my address, but it just feels like I'm being interrogated, and I don't really know you at all.
Oh, Elliot, this was just a prank call. I hang up.
So you just hang up on him?
I just hang up on Elliot.
Okay.
I'm embarrassed.